Welcome back, everybody. This is Jason again with Campbell's Morrell Music, and this is episode 5 of our Rig Rundown series. Again, we do these episodes to promote local musicians, local bands, talk about their gear and how they're using their gear in the recording and live situations, and hope to learn some things with some new products and think of things that maybe we haven't thought of before. Again, episode 5. And today we are welcoming Mr. Bram Sword, the ultimate guitar metal name, and 2 metal bands, Sleep City and Strange Gods. You play guitar in both bands?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guitar and a little bit of backing vocals just to make things sound a little worse.
No, I've heard you sound great. But yeah, we'll talk about some of those bands and plug those bands as we go along here.
Yeah.
And we always just jump right into the talking about your rig, and I always start with guitars, and you brought plenty of them today. The most guitars we've had so far on the Rig Rundown series, which is cool to see all the different styles and what you use them for. So I'll just go ahead and let you talk about the first guitar here that you got in your arms, and then we can go through the other ones as we go along.
Yeah, sounds good. I mean, mostly I've never was an amp guy or a pedal guy, so I like to keep everything pretty much as simple as I can. So guitars is where I blow all of my money. But I mean, this first one here is a Fender Meteora in this sweet seafoam green, even though it's dirty as all get out. I like guitars that just don't look like they should make sense for playing heavy music or heavier music. Something a little different, because I mean, you've seen Les Pauls and all the ESP or like Ibanez and everything like that.
Yeah.
And also just I'm a huge fan of Fender necks. Just my first guitar was actually a Fender Strat, but I actually just remembered earlier today that I bought from here whenever I was 13 or 14. So,
cool. Yeah. So that Fender Meteor series is kind of a special run series. I remember those that came out with the offset bodies and everything. And that one looks like it's been pretty modified.
Yeah, I put in some Sir Thornbuckers in here. The other pickups just weren't doing it for me. Just had some like clarity things and things like that. Actually, Tyler here put them in for me and quickly, and tremendous work from him.
That's another thing I'll plug real quick while we're talking about modding these guitars. With Devin last week also, we have a great service department with Tyler and Connor back there fixing guitars and rewiring guitars. Tyler's been doing some great work. He's like all of Devin's guitars. I know he's replaced the pickups in, and the Sir. I'm pretty sure you got those Sirs here too, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. So, and had those installed. Looks like you had locking tuners installed.
Yeah, I replaced with the Fender locking tuners. Just drop in replacements because makes everything easier.
Yeah, if y'all needing guitar work, come check our service department out. I guarantee you'll leave with a better playing guitar than you come in with. So, and what tuning do you play mostly? And is it different for different guitars or?
Yes. So for my 2 main guitars I've got for Strange Gods, I use one guitar that's basically D standard, drop C, and then we do basically a D standard with a low G on the bottom, just get that extra chunk to it.
Yeah.
So I just use one guitar for that because I mean it'd be excessive to have 3 guitars just for one string tuning change. The other guitar I have is for drop A.
Okay.
And then we've also been messing around with some other tunings that eventually will cause me to have to carry more guitars with me. But being a guitar guy, I mean I kind of like it. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I've got this one right now just in drop C.
Okay. So, and we talked a little bit about this last week. Devin would come from like the digital modeling world to more pedals and amps now. So we're going to step into the digital world this week, and this is the first modeler that we've had on the episode so far. This is the Line 6 Helix. This is the biggest one they make, I think.
Yeah, it's the top one.
And you run into a power amp into an Orange 212 cab.
Yep.
Do you blend like the XLR signals with like mic in your cab also usually, or?
I have the option to do that. I haven't done it yet.
Okay.
In a live situation, and for home like studio recording, demoing stuff out, I just run a DI or the XLR out directly with the impulse response, just to make that generally easier.
Yeah.
Because I mean, one thing about me is I'm kind of lazy, so whatever gets me to a good sound as quickly as possible, that's what I'm going to go for.
Yeah, I think tonight we're running both XLR out with a cab simulator on there, and plus miking this orange 212 cab with the SM57. You run through a Furman power conditioner and Seymour Duncan Power Stage 700 watt power amp. I know the Seymour Duncan has cab simulation on it too. You probably don't. You just use the one out of the Helix, or
yeah.
Okay.
I've never really used it out of that, so can't say good or bad as far as the sound goes. But as
definitely
far as,
has plenty of power. I can tell you that.
If you're trying to get loud, it'll do it.
Yeah. If you want to talk about some of your patches that you have in the Helix, and maybe we can hear some of the different sounds that you've got loaded in here. We can talk more about that.
For sure. So the way I run it is I use the snapshot mode, so that way I have one bank with all my different effects and things in it, and then I just change what's on or off within that individual preset. So I've got my clean sound. It's just a really basic clean. I might have just a little bit of reverb on it just to get a little space in it. Nothing fancy as far as that goes. My rhythm channel is a Friedman modeled amp with, I think, I'll hit this here, with the model of the Horizon Devices Distortion / gate. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. But and then from there, I do just a volume pedal just to make that easy, and it splits my signal after that through one of the sends to go to the power stage for either just stage volume, things like that, and then after that send I have a cabin pulse, so that way my power stage is getting a good clean just head sound, no weird double cab stuff and everything like that. But otherwise it's pretty simple. I have a octave down patch that I think just uses the, I have to look here, just a simple pitch at about a 40% mix, so you still get a little bit, but you can also get some low tones, an octave up, and then just a mid gain, and then I have just a heavily fuzzed out patch, and I think the model that's the Bighorn Fuzz. Oh yeah, which I think sounds great. It just sounds messy and just disgusting. Nasty, which is what it needs. So.
Well, if you want to, we'll just kind of run through those sounds and just the volume.
Yeah, just push that down there. So just a real basic clean. Slightly out of tune because it's been sitting in my car all day. So real simple there. Like I said, just a little bit of reverb on it, and I think some compression. So the rhythm patch is just.
It's nice, chunky rhythm, yeah.
It's real thick. I'll go to the mid gain next, just for something kind of in the middle. Just real basic. Outside of my guitar playing being terrible at the moment.
That's the Bighorn Fuzz.
Yeah, you can instantly hear it just goes nuts. So it's you got to get going with that one. Just messy. Just
nasty.
Everything
I
that you
love
want
that tone, though,
yeah. Really, especially in a live situation, it gets so thick.
Yeah.
With everything, the half octave down just just once again for chugs, and then one time the octave up. So if I keep.
That's a cool sound.
Yeah, almost has a pog almost kind of sound, I guess, kind of. So, but I mean that's how.
That's your basic sounds for Strange Gods tunes. So.
Yeah, that gets me through a set pretty easy. I never really feel like I need anything else. I mean, eventually I might, because if I accidentally hit that snapshot button, it just goes, everything's on. It's an absolute just chaos, which might have its place at some point. So, but I mean,
if anybody out there hadn't checked out these Line 6 Helixes, they're wonderful. I mean, they've got so much processing power. All the effects you can think of, the amp models, the IRs, and plus the online community and be able to download different patches and everything. And
Oh yeah, and I've used that tons of time while I'm just trying to find some sort of sound while at the house. So.
And then to be able to set it up where for each song or each part of a song, even for different patches for those different sounds, it's amazing. A recording device as well. I mean, you could go that works as an interface. You just plug it straight in.
It'll work as an interface. You can reamp through it if you need to for something like that. I mean, it's
endless possibilities.
Oh yeah,
and all carries in a backpack pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're not wanting to lug around a bunch of big amps, that's definitely the way to go. And they're getting more and more popular, and they've starting to sound a lot better than the old digital stuff.
Yeah, the most recent update really improved a lot of the cab simulations or the cabin pulses. Now you move mics around on it. You have a lot of really granular control over everything. And for me, once again, being generally kind of lazy, I'm trying to get from point A to point B. Mm-hmm. If I need to run just XLR out of it, I still have all my tones right away. I don't have to worry about tubes going out or anything like that. But I mean, I also was, like I said, just never really an amp guy. I came from playing a little bit of bass in my first band and then doing vocals for years. Mm-hmm. So when I joined this one, I was like, well, I got to get something, that's quick and easy.
Yeah.
And, gives me all the options I need.
Yeah, and we carry all the Line 6 products here at the store, the Helix, even the smaller Stomps are really good value they've pretty much got the same processing power as the big one. It's just you got more presets and options with all the buttons on this one. But yeah, I love all the Stomps, the Helixes, and everything. It's a great way to get into the digital modeling world. So yeah, we're switching your like you said, your other Strange Gods guitar that you use with those is Telecaster.
One of the Blacktop series.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Again, I don't know that you put locking tuners on that.
Locking tuners on this. It's still the stock pickups, everything like that. Locking tuners is a must for me.
Yeah, I like them just for the ease of the string changes.
Exactly. Yeah. You just pull it through, lock it down, and you're good to go. So.
Yeah, you can do it a lot quicker.
Yeah.
So stock pickups and everything, the modern players is kind of something that went away, but I love some of those Fender Modern Players series guitars. I think maybe some of them were made in the same factory as some of the classic Vibe stuff that comes out, but I'm not sure on that.
Possibly. It's Mexican made.
Yeah.
No one should ever turn their nose down to those. I mean, those things are just killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I actually bought this one off Strange God's other guitar player, Dakota, so he still wishes to buy this one back from me sometimes. That's ain't letting it happen.
Yeah.
So.
Just keep upping your price.
Oh, yeah. Eventually he might come around to it. But
So I guess we'll just listen to a couple differences in the tones coming out of those humbuckers compared to the Suhr humbuckers of the other. Yeah, definitely. Sounds a little bit more aggressive. They may be a little hotter. I don't know. But,
I haven't never taken the readings off of it to know. But
they definitely sound a little beefier and heavier.
Yeah. I mean, this guitar is also in the drop A tuning. So,
okay. So it's
probably adding a little bit to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like to think it's just where these have the chrome colored bobbins.
Yeah.
It just looks cool, and if it looks cool, it sounds good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, otherwise a very simple guitar. I mean,
again, it's classic Fender necks, and they're hard to beat. I mean, simple bolt-on neck guitars, but man, they've been doing it for years. So
I mean, it's tried and true. I mean, this one has a few extra, comfort factors with the tummy cut and everything like that. But I mean, otherwise, it's a slab of wood and a neck bolted to it. And it just does what I need it to do. So.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we're doing another guitar swap here. This Fender Telecaster, I know the history behind it as well, but it's the one of the Brad Paisley model Esquires with the hidden pickup under the pick guard there.
Yep.
The thing weighs probably 7 pounds, 6 pounds at the most.
It might be a 5.
Yeah, I mean they're like some of the lightest guitars I've ever played. You got stock pickups in that one still? Or?
Yeah, I haven't messed with anything. The only thing I did add to this is I did add some hip shot locking tuners. Once again, just for me, if I'm going to be playing it out and about anywhere, I just need it.
And that one, from what I remember, had a little bit fatter neck than a lot of Fenders, but
it's got that V-shaped
neck.
That
V-shape, yeah.
Which was weird to me at first, but it's actually really comfortable. It really just sits kind of like in that.
Right there in your hand, yeah.
Yeah, man, it's very comfortable to play.
And you play this one with Sleep City a lot,
Yeah.
and so I'll let you talk about the patches again in the Helix
Yeah.
for that band and see how they sound.
So I'd argue that this one's probably even simpler because I mean it's mostly more like math rock, kind of pop punk kind of vibe to it. So I think I'm using a Fender Twin model for everything, and then sometimes I'll just put a Horizon Drive in front of it. But I'm thinking about switching that to the clone in there. I think it sounds just a little bit better. I have the options to change that literally anytime I want to, and
Yeah.
that's why I like this. And and clones are expensive, so
Yeah, they are.
But I mean, for this, it's real simple stuff. I've got just a low gain, a little bit higher gain, both of those with some reverb, and then I have a reverse delay, and a reverb and delay, reverb and reverse delay.
Okay.
So really, not a whole lot going on, but this band also really enjoys capos, so they're playing a lot with that.
And this is, what tuning is this in?
So it's like an open A, I think technically it's D-A-E-A C-sharp E.
Oh, okay.
So it's weird, and I've barely been able to memorize it yet. But if anything, where it's open,
Yeah.
even if I don't know what I'm doing,
It sounds okay?
Yeah, I can just hit all open strings, and it always sounds good. So.
Yeah. Yeah, very clear sounding, but still full. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I rock this mostly in the middle position.
Get both of them.
If there's a part that needs a little bit more, I can roll back to that bridge, and it's almost as hot as some humbuckers.
Yeah.
But I mean, just the show that single coil.
Yeah, that thing sounds great.
Yeah, so it's very warm, and it's still plenty loud, but like I really love that middle position to get both of them.
You're not gonna get tired of carrying that thing all night either, playing. So
Oh no, I mean,
light as a feather.
You can throw this thing around all day. Plus, I mean, who doesn't like a good paisley and super sparkly finish? So.
Yeah, shows up good in lighting.
Oh yeah, pictures looks great.
Yeah, and so the last guitar we're going to look at, and most interesting looking one, you play this with Sleep City as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know much about this guitar, so I'll let you talk about it.
So I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce it. It's a Tajima or Tagama. I know it's a Brazilian company, and you can see a lot of their stuff. A lot of their like more Chinese import stuff. They're solid guitars. I mean, for the money. This one happens to be one of their Brazilian-made ones. So it's all like local Brazilian woods. So I think it's like some sort of Brazilian cedar back on it. I can't remember what the top is. I don't even think the neck is maple, even though it looks like it's something all local to Brazil, which is super cool, and also just looks pretty sick. Did just get this one back today because I was actually having the pickups in that one swapped out to these P rails, which sound great. So yeah.
Does it come with locking tuners?
This one did come with locking tuners,
Oh, okay.
so I didn't have to do that. My love-hate relationship with a Bigsby during a string change. But, if anything, it just looks cool even if I never use it.
Yeah, I love the look of Bigsby's for sure.
Yeah.
And semi-hollow with the P-rails, the Seymour Duncan P-rails, you can get like P90 sound, single coil sound, humbucking sound, all that good stuff.
Parallel and series humbuckers.
Yeah.
I mean, you got basically any pickup that you want at your
lots of
fingertips
different
at
options.
that point. So,
I guess we'll just check and see how that thing sounds.
I'll put on this like low gain. And so, I may be wrong on this, but I'm trying to remember, but this should be just like the regular humbucking modes. So, it sounds huge, very clear.
Yeah.
I'm not sure going, because it's two push pulls. I can't remember if the front one takes it to the P90 or the single.
Single, yeah.
But whichever it is. I mean, I think that one might be a peanut. I'm trying to pick just by sound. I need to learn a little bit more.
It kind of had that gnarly kind of tone to it for sure.
Then we can switch to this, which single coil or P90. I'm not sure. That one sounds a little thinner, so I think that one might be the
single. Yeah.
Yeah, and then both up, I think, takes it into the opposite of a regular humbucker because wiring is not my specialty.
Yeah. So like in a different, like a parallel mode or something. Yeah.
So it's a little thinner than the full humbucker, but
yeah. But so many different possibilities of endless possibilities really of different tones out of one pickup really. Or I mean, it's two pickups, but one of those you can get crazy possibilities out of.
And,
I love the sound of all the Seymour Duncan stuff for sure.
Oh yeah, I've swapped Seymour Duncan pickups throughout the years with different things, and they're just there's a reason they're still around, I guess.
All right. So let's go ahead and plug both your bands. Strange Gods and Sleep City, like you said, they're sort of different in the style of music that y'all play.
Oh yeah.
We'll talk about the two different styles, sounds that from both of those bands and your role, I guess, in both of them.
So in Strange, I mean, it's definitely more like heavy rock to metal. I mean, we're kind of sitting in that middle zone, I guess. A lot of more like Southern influence, like riffs, like the Dappy tongue riff I demoed with the fuzz pedal and everything like that. A lot more aggressive. So if you like heavier music, I think it's good stuff. I'm very proud to play it and be a part of that band. I help write stuff, and then everyone else is really contributing to it in the band. So it's just a good dynamic to be in. And then Sleep City, much more like pop punk to like kind of math rocky,
gotcha,
sparkly, low gain to mid gain kind of stuff. So real opposite end of the spectrums, but
And do you do backing vocals in both bands?
I do. Sometimes more heavier vocals and like some cleaner vocals in Strange, and then in Sleep City, just right now backing vocals. So I always got my hands full while we're playing. So
yeah. So y'all be sure to go to their Facebook pages, Instagram pages, YouTube, Spotify, and check out all their music. We're doing this to support local music and try to push some of that out there for if you've not heard of them before, to go check them out. And from all the guitars that you're a guitar guy, so we got more guitars than we got anything else here tonight. We sell Fender here, and Bram's bought a couple of these Fenders here. The Helix we sell here. We get all the Seymour Duncan, the pickups, the Power Stage 700 and everything, the Furman Power conditioner. But yeah, we're kind of spotlighting, I think, the Fender guitars and the Helix for sure, and the capabilities of those. So if you're interested in one of those, come see us. We can definitely hook you up. If you're worried about trying to learn how to do it, we'll give you a quick rundown of how to get it going and get started on that too. But yeah, thank you for showing up tonight. And,
thanks for having me.
I always ask everybody too, what they think about Campbell's Morrell music, and then I kind of know what you think about it because you've shopped here a lot. So,
I mean, hands down, one of the best shops around.
We definitely appreciate that. Again, Bram Sword of Sleep City, Strange Gods. Y'all go check those guys out. The guy back there filming and editing this video is in one of those bands. I'll let you figure out which one. I think it's Strange Gods though.
It's all the beards together.
Yeah, because he's a little strange himself. But thanks for joining us. Thanks to Bram for coming, and come see us.